Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. Welcome to the 1st of August, the first day of the month. On today's show, we're featuring the Book of the Month. In order to be considered for Book of the Month, a book has to meet a very simple criteria. It must be impactful enough to change your life or your perspective on the world. But whether it does or not is entirely up to you. You might consume the content, remark on how good it is, and continue your life as before. But if you do, you're missing the point. This month's book is Principles, Life and Work. It's a legacy work by Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is the founder and co-chairman of Bridgewater Associates, which over the last 40 years has become the largest and best-performing hedge fund in the world. Ray Dalio has appeared on the Time 100 list of most influential people in the world, as well as on the Bloomberg Markets list of 50 most influential people. He's spoken regularly with Tony Robbins, numerous other folks. The first part of the book reads a bit like a biography. It's really the history of his business. What are some of the events that shaped his thinking, shaped the principles that make up the second and third section of the book? The second part of the book, Ray Dalio gets into the stuff that's incredibly important but difficult to implement. He provides a roadmap and tools, almost an algorithm for accomplishing anything you want in life. There's a ton of substance. There's a lot of definitions and practicality on how to action your objectives. He's got a 5-step process to achieve what you want out of life, and it couldn't be more clear and reasonable. The tricky part for most people is finding a goal or objective that they can focus on and remain passionate about for an extended period. If that's not your problem, then Ray Dalio's advice in the second part of the book is significantly profound. The third section of the book, he teaches you how to build the mastermind groups, the organizations. They're going to help you achieve your goals, your mission that you've outlined in the second part of the book. The knowledge and thought that went into these 300 pages of the book are pretty impressive. In fact, the reader needs to get the culture right, the people right, and then build and evolve the protocols that run the organization at a very fundamental level. There's so much granularity behind these core concepts that it'll keep you busy trying to absorb everything. In my opinion, MBA programs should be designing management courses around the information contained in this book. It's thorough, it's practical, and it's extremely well organized. This is not a short read. It's 596 pages, and if you're looking for something that's quick and easy, you're in the wrong place. It's incredibly well organized, something that I find it's quite programmatic. If you're looking for surprises and adventure stories, well, you're not going to get that in this part of the book. But let's be clear, Ray Dalio did not need to write this book. He's made $1 gazillion, and someone who writes a book for their own vanity might write 180 pages. At 596 pages, he wanted this to be his gift to the world. He took the time and the effort to teach the world everything he's learned. You can really tell that he wants to help others be successful. This really was his gift. The book has taught me the importance of trying to understand the fundamental building blocks of my own life. I now have an appreciation for trying to understand how things work and how I can model successful habits around those principles. I've started to list many of those as my own principles, but it's hard identifying unique ideas beyond those found in the book. The important part that I'm aware of is developing my own list and co-opting or creating new principles. I've also discovered that people around me, many of them who want me to grow and change, often don't support the changes when they're implemented. When I discover a dilemma in my own life, Ray Dalio often has a principle or a system tailor-made for decision-making that will show you the way. The book's hundreds of practical lessons, which are built around his cornerstones of radical truth and radical transparency, include Dalio laying out the most effective ways for individuals and organizations to make decisions, approach challenges, and build strong teams. He also describes the tools the company uses to bring an idea in a meritocracy to life, such as using baseball cards for all employees so that you can clearly see what their strengths and weaknesses are. What I particularly like about the book is the humility with which Ray Dalio approaches both his failures and his successes. The book is almost 600 pages and cannot be consumed in one sitting, but it's perfect for a great summertime read if you're taking some time off in the month of August. You wouldn't want to read this in one sitting. It's a book to be consumed slowly over time so that you can integrate the lessons into your own life. As you think about that, go get a copy of Principles by Ray Dalio. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.